Sending what's decision.
Okay.
This does not have all the changes, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to.
Does it have any of my comments that I first said, or read the decision? Or?
No, they ended up copying.
I'm trying to make room here.
Wait a minute, one of those we gotta say, the stamp copy. Don't bury the stamp copy. Bad thing.
Wait a minute, so
That
that
she needs.
was number
She
4,
needs
this
that.
is number 3, yeah, I never copied
You
that.
do?
Yeah, but is that the original?
That's one of
Are there different numbers on the other?
Do you want to look at my marked up one on the screen?
I
I can-
actually have that, so, and I
I can
also have
send
a
it to-
paper copy. And then I also have Jay's comments as well.
So which lot are we gonna do first?
Start with 1, 2.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. On page 1 of lot 2, number 3, Sunday Woods, Jay has given me information that actually Scott LeMay does not own it. It's Mr. Caggiano who owns it. So that's one change. The residential gross floor area has changed from 8,555 to 7,435. I don't have anything on file that shows that change.
Yeah, there was a plan set that I gave it to the counter one time. I had our plans and the architectural, so I knew all set. I have them all.
I knew that this one did get smaller.
They both did.
And that was missing from
Yeah.
the discussion, so that makes sense.
Okay. Jason has given me the registry deeds information as well, so I will add that.
Jason.
Is it Jason or Jay?
Most people don't.
Jay.
Oh, okay.
But
No,
if
call
you're,
him Jason.
Well, you
That's
respond
good.
as Jason.
Yeah, that's
So,
it.
okay,
if
whatever.
you're feeling
Moving
like
on,
there's
moving on.
adjacent to
You know,
Um,
he could be called a lot worse at this
Exactly.
point.
page,
Um,
okay, go ahead.
Okay. So then, continuing on page 1, the second to the last paragraph, Lot 2, Sunday Woods has access from Concord Road via common roadway. Common roadway is a right-of-way which bisects Lot 1 and Lot 1A and runs from Concord Road to Lot 2. So that language, instead of saying that it's located off of 80 Concord Road. Then on page 2, the average building height, that again, I didn't have anything that showed it as okay, so the average natural grade is 158.6.
Not 0.7.
Correct.
And
Okay,
then-
well, wait a minute, stop there. Because MAVD is 1988 and GVD is 1988.
So it's been changed to GVD.
So it is, we are supposed to be going with the ADA.
Correct. And it's, for the building permit, it's gonna be updated. What we wanna do is, because the subdivision was NGVD 29, and all the elevations associated with it, being groundwater for the recharge bases, all that kind of stuff, we didn't wanna change our datum into it and have people start questioning how come the groundwater changed, how come the grade plans from the original submissions changed, like that kind of stuff, so.
So to be consistent with the previous
For the flexible,
information.
yeah.
And that, yeah, and
So,
GVD.
so in GVD,
29.
1929. So then the proposed ridge height is 194.7 feet NGVD 1929, resulting in a maximum ridge height of 36.1 inches above the natural grade.
Okay, in the next paragraph, because I'm assuming you're not looking at any of my changes.
Okay.
Right? And I'm skipping the minor ones. Sunday Woods is not a scenic road, correct?
Right.
So you need to
remove-
delete B, it's just C.
Right, okay.
What page are you on now?
The second paragraph, page 2. Well, oddly enough, one of the public notices advertised it as scenic road. So that's probably why I'm confused.
I don't want to know about it.
Okay.
And the first page does just say C, so it's being consistent.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
Good catch.
So then I think we're good for most of that page.
Okay, well, I have some things.
Lumens.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Before you get to lumens, so lumens are on the next page, right?
Lumens are down here, lighting,
Lumens are in the
house,
middle.
approval.
Okay. So before you get there, the paragraph before that,
yeah,
it says, planning board held a public hearing under RGFA for lot 2 and lot 3. I don't know if you want to say both there or just lot 2 in this case. But then at the end of that sentence, it says lot 3. So I don't know if that's where you want to say lots 2 and 3, or at the end of it should just be lot 2.
we should probably just say lot 2.
Right.
The problem that I had is that all of the hearings were
We're together. No, I totally understand.
So,
Right, but we should probably just refer to each lot by itself. That's what
okay,
we do.
okay,
And then the end of that paragraph, you should delete the last clause that says, and an attempt to reduce the cut and fill, because that only pertains to lot 3.
okay,
I believe,
okay,
not lot 2.
okay.
It did. Lot 2 as well. That's the one we took about.
And these are in the changes that I've
Right,
sent you. so-
right, right.
But I'm just telling you.
Jay's saying both lots.
So
Yeah,
Jace,
from the
Oh.
sidewalk, we reduced it. That's why lot 2 was taking on a lot of the changes, including the volume reduction. We had put that small wall in the front to reduce all that, and we took all the grading along
Okay.
the walk outside. So yeah,
Okay, good.
that's accurate.
All right.
so we're keeping that in,
So we're keeping that in.
okay,
So you have to ignore it.
okay.
But then in the next paragraph, it's missing what you have in lot 3, where it talks about the size of the house being reduced. So that's where you have to add that it was reduced from. what,
At this
1,500?
at this hearing, there was no discussion for lot 2 because that was the one we basically put lot 2 off because we wouldn't have time to make any of the changes because it was going to be such a significant change at this meeting.
So then it's at the next hearing
The
where that
next hearing
discussion?
is
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
All right, so we can wait till we get to the next hearing to have that. But then the next section where it talks about discussion centered on the board
Wait,
members.
was there anything on lumens? You mentioned the
The 2430 is the
Yeah, so
proper
that-
lumen.
That's the count that ends up coming up in the June 4th. So
Right,
that-
so it needs to be a higher number at that point.
Exactly.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know that number off the top of my head, but I believe,
Is it under the 22?
I think it was on the 22. I have it at the next one, which I think was 20,980. I think it was.
And also that sentence should start with exterior lighting.
Okay,
So then in the next thing where it says discussion centered on the board members' concern, all of that cubic yards business with cut and fill is the same as lot 3. So maybe there was a reduction, but I doubt it's the same amount of reduction.
Nope, this is actually 100% lot 3 discussion.
Right.
okay, so then I need the
There
lot
was no
2.
discussion at all for lot 2 then.
Okay, so then.
So I need the lot 2 figures for how much to introduced.
Right.
Yeah, I can give you that for the next meeting, yeah.
But they weren't discussed at this,
At that scene, yeah.
March 18th anyway.
Okay.
So I don't even know if the height of the house, that pertains to lot 3, I presume.
Yeah, when it has the discussion, it says 1, 2, 3, those are all 100% lot
Okay,
3.
so that just goes away entirely.
Okay, so Jay's gonna provide me the new figures for just after discussion centered on board members concerned about. So the fill, he's gonna give me new figures there. The height of the house, we're okay with that one.
The first paragraph on the next page.
On page 3. Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so,
No, the item 2 at the bottom of page 2, that
Yeah.
whole section goes away. You can just delete that whole discussion. Because he's going to give you the reduction on the fill, but that's going to go in the later meeting.
So the
oh,
basic- yeah, the
okay.
basic
So that whole section gets deleted?
Yeah, that whole section gets
Okay, but then the applicant's landscape architect, we're keeping that?
Nope, that's actually the same exact discussion, because that's where we talked about that.
Okay.
You guys noted the dock guidelines weren't there, and then Al asked for us to reduce the height by a foot
So
Okay.
you're saying that just belongs to lot
to
3?
lot 3, yeah.
But when you talk about the 1 foot reduction in height, when you talk about the 1 foot reduction in height, that has to do with the roof, and this whole paragraph is about light fixtures, so it's kind of out of context. Like,
Okay.
First I thought you were talking about a 1 foot reduction in the posts,
Okay,
so I think that should just come out of that
Okay.
section.
okay, so top of page 3. The lumen figure changed. And then, so we changed the gross floor area.
8555,
I need to look at the adjacent acreage.
Can I make a suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than having us all go through the nuts and bolts, I would be willing to defer any comments to Steve and you, and we could make whatever modifications are necessary to bring this discussion into factual accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
If we actually, because before we all, completely pass out,
Okay,
maybe we could just actually focus on the conditions. and,
Okay.
Just move ahead, and then if you'd be willing
That's fine.
to.
Yeah, and the conditions are
Going.
actually in pretty good shape.
Okay.
So is that page 6 that we're talking about?
okay. Condition starts on 6 of 12.
Jay, if you could check the drawing list, because
Yep, I actually
Yeah, he
redlined
did.
that.
there are like
He
2
did.
plot plans.
Exactly, yep, I redlined it.
So conditions,
First one should be 2 Sunday Woods, lot 2, so 3. I think
so you want to
everything
ignore the lot number? I mean, you want to ignore,
This is lot 2.
it's lot 2,
is-
addresses 3 Sunday
This
Woods.
is lot 3.
It says
paragraph
lot
1.
2, 3 Sunday Woods.
It either needs to be lot 2, number 3.
I think we're reading different things.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
What I've got here
Oh,
says,
okay,
I don't know
Okay.
if we're reading the same document.
okay,
The certificate of action and the approved site plans for lot 3 Sunday Woods is what mine says.
See,
okay, yep,
So it should be lot 2.
Right.
okay.
On that section, I added in the landscape and lighting plan to get recorded with it. As you said, the site plan and the COA. Typically the landscape lighting plan listed.
Okay.
So I do catch that, see.
On that section, I just added in the
Yeah.
landscape lighting plans
Okay.
to get recorded, because typically those get recorded with the site plan.
Ah,
Okay.
probably why site plans is plural. I was wondering about that. Because I don't think other COAs say that. That makes sense.
Okay, so this is all boilerplate.
Yeah, there's a question.
Section A.
Yeah, at the end of section A, number 5, Betsy added that in, not as detailed to be like the one we added at, correct me if I'm wrong, Betsy, at 78 Chestnut, where
Oh, I see
you
what you mean.
can't modify the
We want to
approval.
make it, in other words, here
Yeah,
we're assuming they're going to build the exact house they
Right.
presented.
and it's a little more generic. She's not talking about the siding and the stone and the color and all that, but I don't have any problem with doing that. Again, that second sentence is redundant.
Okay. So you want that taken out?
Yeah, but are you okay with that?
Yeah,
More generic version of that?
yeah, I think so.
Wait a minute, what exactly are we talking about now?
Paragraph 5 under
Page what?
6A, page 6. What we're saying is we want the house that we reviewed to be the house that's built. But in this case, it's not, I think they are intending to build the house they presented.
Right.
I think. Is that everybody else's impression, or?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do they have homeowners yet?
Lot 3 is actually a custom home. Scott LeMay owns the property. And then Lot 2 is actually owned, the applicant is Paul Caggiano as the owner. The other half owner is Scott LeMay. So they actually, so that house, that custom house, that spec house is the house that they're going to build on that Lot 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, there is a generator on the plans, so, the language,
And 8 is
yeah.
8 has to move anyway to section D, in the wrong place. It should be under D2.
Prior to a CMO, you mean?
That's where it is in the other decision. But yeah, but as far as the wording goes, you can use the wording that I gave you.
Well, no, but if it's in a different location in the other decision, because it's a different set of circumstances, right? I mean, here they're already showing a generator, so we know they're going to put one in. So wouldn't that be, in this case, a condition prior to the CMO that they're,
Yeah, because it's on the plan.
Right, so it goes under D. D2, other conditions we satisfy.
So you're getting rid of 8 under
No,
B?
prior to a building permit.
Are you getting rid of 8 under B in the event? Because you're saying here 8 in the event. Well, the applicant has
No, no,
already.
Yeah, she's getting rid of in the event.
That's, that
Okay,
language would
that-
change a little
okay.
bit.
But now we're just trying to figure
No,
out
but
what
we know
section.
they're going to put one in, so prior, they have to demonstrate it's going to be under 40 dBA before they get the building permit.
So it should be-
That's fine.
So it
That's
should
fine.
be
Well,
a-
I've seen
I know Lot 3
it
is.
So it's always.
Lot 2 is still a spec house.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Lot-
It certainly
Lot 2
doesn't go in B because we have to do it.
Lot 2 is a spec house. They may not put it in.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, yeah, they probably will and all that, so.
Is it definite?
Lot 3 is the customs, that's definitely going in. And Lot 2 is the spec house, so those are the moments when.
No, wait.
Sometimes.
So lot 2 is in the event then? It may
It's
not-
proposed on the
Right.
plan.
Oh, it is proposed
It is
on the
proposed on
plan?
the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So then-
would you say that
So-
it goes where it's proposed in the
I'll
plan?
retweak it, just where do you want it?
Well, we don't want it in B, he's right about that.
Right.
Well, I've always seen it in D, but I mean, I understand what
Well, it's okay,
What
let's put it in B.
Al is
What the
saying.
hell?
Right. At this
Sorry.
stage.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Well, it's other conditions prior to satisfying occupancy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, do we actually go out there and measure it, have them turn it on and measure it once it's installed? What do we do?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that what we typically do?
That's the newest guy's job.
That's what we've done in the past with Joe, or we've also had a letter done by a sound engineer and given it to Joe as well.
So the burden
Here's
of
the
proof
Okay.
rests on.
So do you want this as D2 number D,
Well,
Yeah.
where,
which is other conditions to be satisfied prior to the certificate of occupancy?
yes, it goes under 2, under D2. I don't think it matters where.
Okay,
I've seen it after A.
okay, well, I'll put it in there
D's-
somewhere.
D's fine.
Definitely goes under 2, not 1.
Right. So, yeah, when,
Now, on page 9 of 12, section E, we go to, when we talk about the landscape lighting plan for proposed dwelling at number 3 Sunday Woods.
Okay,
So
so
that's
it's
the
not-
address.
Yeah,
So
but
that's,
it's lot 2.
it's lot 2, but it's number 3. So, do we need to clarify that just for consistency, like to put in parentheses lot 2?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's at number 3
Right.
Sunday Woods
Right.
Road, also known as lot 2.
You're arguing, in other words, consistency if you want it. It's referred to as lot 2.
Lot
The
2.
whole time it then should be referred to lot 2 here, that's what you're saying?
Right.
Well,
Where are you talking?
or at least have some sort of clarifying,
Reference
thing,
to
even
it.
if you put lot 2 in parentheses.
Right.
Even if you call it number 3.
That's all. That's all I have on this.
Just because
Okay.
whoever the person is who has to drag this out and read it 10 years from now.
Well, you're not, probably speaking
It's just
Chinese.
so.
At the beginning of that, but again, it's in my markups, 1A, D1A. So at the bottom of page 8, the title of the plan is missing. There's a quote towards the end of the first line before reference. That's where the title goes.
yeah.
D1 what?
D1A at the bottom of page
Okay.
8.
Top line,
Okay,
The
first line of the paragraph.
There's a quote reference. Right after the quote is where the title of the plan goes.
okay.
It's also a typo. Past tense.
Yes. I got that too.
So I should have spelled it.
Mhm.
It's just 95% boilerplate.
Right.
I'm 95% boiled.
And then the lumens.
Brain has boiled
The
effervescent.
lumens, you want me to add the quantity and add the total?
I think these have the quantity. Yeah, these have the quantities. It's at 5 fixtures.
Yeah, this
one
looks like a
fixture,
J.
2
LaVoy
fixtures.
contribution.
No, that's
No,
fine.
that was Benson, they were all right. I checked them all.
Wow. This is extremely detailed. Did we, in earlier paragraphs, that, at the top of page 10, paragraph F,
Yeah,
we just want to be sure that the lumen counts are consistent all the way
Right.
through.
right. Okay. Yeah.
And a lengthy ellipsis after G. I like that ellipsis.
Actually, I don't think I got that in bigger spaces.
Just leave it. Okay, so have we reached the end? Well, you have it. You still got one more decision to read.
I'm gonna make that.
Come on, this is an early
Yes. I love it. All right, so any more changes to suggest in this? Then,
Except for the technical
Right.
stuff that I
Right,
need
so-
to retweak.
what I would suggest is somebody make a motion that we will accept this conditional on completion of the technical parts by Steve Oppenheimer, and including the modifications that we discussed this evening.
So
Steve
moved.
and Betsy.
It's Steve Betsy. Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.